Hello, this is TheMagnum924 here, and this is part 2 of my battle against Need4ExtremeSpeeds from YouTube. Now, we left off my Raikou had just defeated his Rotom. Let's jump right back into it. Okay, there you go. Now, he switches out, well, he actually chooses out a Venusaur, which I'm glad I have Extra Sensory, because it's super effective and stuff. And it does a pretty decent amount, over half. No, a little bit under half, sorry. Thinking of something else. And then he takes me out with his Sludge Bomb. And now, I go out into my Heatran. I think I do. Yeah, I go into Heatran. What I probably should have done is gone into Charizard. That way I could have taken him out pretty easily, but I just didn't. So he switches out into his Blastoise, predicting me to use some Fire-type move, which I do. And I use Lava Plume, which actually does get a burn, but in the long run the burn doesn't really matter. You'll see why in a second. The burn doesn't quite take him out, and I don't want to get hit by a Surf. So I switch and go into Charizard as Death Fodder. Yeah, I really should have gone into Charizard first to counter Venusaur. That way I could have just used Air Slash, because it's good against all the Pokemon that I've seen. At least it do neutral, at least. But I just didn't. So, and Burn also just doesn't take him out after the leftovers, which it looks like it should, but it just doesn't. He was left with like 2, I think. So I go into my Shift Tree, and thinking he might switch into Moltres, I use Hidden Power Rock. Because he has Hidden Power Rock. And takes out Blastoise. Shift Tree does have a Focus Sash, but since Stealth Rock's up, that doesn't really matter. So I have to stay in here. I don't want Heatran to take any fighting type move or whatever, in case he went that instead of Stone Edge. I mean, instead of use Poison Jab. So he's a substitute, and I was thinking of just do as much damage as possible with Dark Pulse, and I am able to break the sub surprisingly. Hollow Toxicroak don't have the best defense, so he uses Stone Edge here, and he hits. Yeah, like everyone else who I face hits with all their Stone Edges, where I never hit. It was 98 HP, and I'm able to do a pretty good amount, considering it's resisted. And now he uses Stone Edge and hits with it again, and takes out my Shift Tree. Now, he told me that the Toxicroak is actually a substitute Focus Punch set, so that's why I didn't use Cross Chop or Drain Punch or anything like that. So I go into my Heatran, and I'm assuming he still thinks I think he still thinks I'm Choice Scarfed, or Choice in some way, so I just continue to use Lava Plume, just hoping he would at least switch out and go into his Moltres at some point. That way I can try to predict the turn he would switch out, and then hit him with Lava Plume. I mean, not Lava Plume, Dragon Pulse. So he uses another sub, and I break that one with a Lava Plume. And after leftovers, he's able to use another substitute. There he goes. He uses a substitute again after leftovers. And I use Lava Plume again, breaking the sub. So I'm hoping he still thinks I'm Choice. So I now use Lava Plume. Not Lava Plume, I've been using Lava Plume the whole time. I used Dragon Pulse. Very interesting he would switch and go into Moltres, but he doesn't. He hits with a third Stone Edge, which we both agreed was complete hacks. Like, that never happened for either of us, he said. So now it's my Heatran against the Moltres, who can't do anything to me, and a Venusaur. Now this Venusaur was actually more of a problem than you might actually think, because Sleep Powder hits, of course, and then he uses Leech Seed on me, making it that I lose a bunch of HP each turn. So I basically can't win this fight like this. All I can hope for is that I'll wake up before I die to Leech Seed, and that isn't going to seem to happen. So he Leech Seed, I'm left with 67, and this Energy Ball actually does, I think that's 25 damage, which is actually a lot considering it's a Heatran is X4 resisted. I guess Special Defense drop, it doesn't really matter. Oh, it's still more hacks, which has a 10% chance of lowering Special Defense. I can't even get off of burn sometimes with Level Plume, but it has a 30% chance. Anyway, and then Leech Seed leaves me with 4 HP. And I told him to not attack me, and just leave it up to chance to see if I wake up. And I actually do wake up, which I got excited about. But since Lava Plume isn't as strong as like Flamethrower or Fire Blast, which you could know, it doesn't quite take him out. At least like less than 20 after 4 leftovers. And then I'm taking down a Leech Seed. So that was a really good game. Need4ExtremeSpeed. Like I said, I'll link his channel in the description. And normally in a short battle like this, or a short, video like this, I would show you one of my Pokemon that I used in the battle. But I'll just go ahead and tell you, my Pokemon aren't really that impressive or cool or anything. So I think I'm probably just going to stop doing that. I haven't really done that lately anyway. And I was thinking about doing sort of a question of the day thing, like most other YouTubers do, but it works. It seems a little more interactive with people who watch the videos. So, leave a comment about what your favorite superhero comics is. Now, the two main ones are DC and Marvel. My favorite is DC because they have Batman. I don't really care for Superman, but I just like all the sorry. I just like DC characters more than Marvel characters, because Marvel characters seem to rip off DC all the time. I mean, Captain America is just Batman with a shield. That's all he is. Anyway, so leave a comment of your favorite superhero comics, and if you want to, you can also leave what your favorite superhero is from that comic. Mine, of course, is Batman, because he's cool and stuff. He's a ninja. Yeah. So, rate, comment, subscribe. Bye.